the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows, I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed, my heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a lone wolf.
Alrighty done. Alright, let's jump into it, eh? I tried to do this video earlier today, but oof, my internet decided to die, weirdly enough. But anyway. How are we all? What's up? Little panda's back. Back with a vertebrae. But yeah, obviously guys, we're going to be talking about Tommy Robinson, because some of you, if you have not already heard, he has been banned from Facebook and Instagram. Now, there has also been a bit of an update on that. So we'll go through the basics. We'll talk about what actually happened this morning that I tried to make a video on. And then we'll go through and we'll let you know some of the updates as well. And then we'll talk about it with just basically my thoughts. If you have any questions, any queries, anything at all, please feel free to type them in the comment section. And then obviously we'll address them as we go. Apart from that, guys, also remember to smash that like button. Someone has already hit the dislike button. Oh, it's fun triggering snowflakes, and just mentioning his name causes the snowflakes to have a fucking meltdown. But yeah, hit that like button also if you're new here, if you like the video. If you don't like the video, well, click that little X up the top that tells the window to go away, because that's all you can really do. And apart from that, we'll jump into it. Alright, so Tommy Robinson's banned from Facebook and Instagram. Quote, far right, founder of the English Defence League, you can tell they're already starting to try to muddy the waters, aren't they? Repeatedly breached hate speech rules. Funny you should say that, because we have a little bit of information about this, but let's jump into it. So then they're saying it's hate speech rules, right? Hate speech rules. Right up there in the comment section, right at the top. Remember that. Tommy Robinson, the far-right founder of the English Defence League, has been permanently banned from Facebook, Instagram for repeatedly breaking policies on hate speech, Facebook said. The company said Robinson, whose real name is Stefan, whatever, I'm not going to say it, broke rules that ban public calls for violence against people based on protected characteristics. Okay. So first of all it was hate speech, and now it's because he was calling for violence, right? Install the Discontent app in your browser, genius. Yeah, I've heard about that. We'll be talking about that in a few hours when we do the news. Really like Alex Tabor for doing that, so yeah. Guys, if you haven't checked out that Discontent app, really good app. You should go check it out. But yeah, so ban violence based on people protected characteristics. Rules that ban supporting or appearing with organised hate groups, and policies that prevent people from using the site to bully others. Right. So first of all, it was because he was, what they write? Hate speech. Now it's because he's inciting violence. Right? Interesting. Hey, can we see some proof on that? Can we see some proof on him going through and inciting violence? Yeah, of course not. But anyway, let's keep going. In a blog post, Facebook, and by the way, it gets better than this, don't worry, we're just covering the start of it for now. In a blog post, Facebook said, what ideas and opinions cross the line and amount to hate speech that may create the environment for intimidation and exclusion for certain groups in society. In some cases, with potentially dangerous offline implications, we take action. Tommy Robinson's Facebook page has repeatedly broken these standards, posting material that he uses dehumanizing language and calls for violence targeted at Muslims. Now, I follow Tommy Robinson on Facebook. Well, I should say I did. I didn't see that. I did not see him calling for violence targeted at Muslims. Oh, you think it was 4chan that got that? Could be. Anyway. But yeah, he also behaved in ways that violate our policies around organised hate. The ban comes a month after Facebook issued a final written warning against Robinson, warning them that he would be removed from his platform permanently if he continues to break the company's hate speech rules policies. Now, in the warning have been issued for the breaches and include posts calling on people to terrorise and behead those who follow the Quran. Never saw that post, and Tommy Robinson has said that he never actually wrote that. So I would like to see some posts or some proof of him actually writing that. I want to see archives from his Facebook group or from his Facebook page where he has actually written that. Because screenshots can be doctored. So I want to see archives. And Facebook, you would have those. Facebook would have backups of everybody's Facebook account. I want to see those posts. A post calling for people to make war on Muslims. Never saw that either. And multiple videos showing people being bullied. What? He shared a video. Okay, interesting. Following the warning, Robinson did break Facebook policies again, exclaimed. He organised organising and participating in events with recognised hate figures or groups such as Proud Boys and Gavin McGuinness. So in other words, you can't hang around anybody anymore because you're apparently guilty by association is now a thing. Even if that is the case, public praise or support for the hate figures and groups, public remarks that include hate speech targeted at specific group in society, and public calls for violence against people based on race, ethnicity, and national origin. So, this is all the stuff, right? Not yet, Tommy. You gotta wait. But here's the thing, and Sargon has posted a video earlier today, and this is what I find very interesting. So, this is Sargon of Akkad talking on a radio station, I think it's LBC, over in the UK, where he's actually debating the guy that has claimed or taken responsibility for taking down Tommy Robinson's page. He is a Muslim, and he is also working for the BBC, and he has also made references to that he is going to try and get him deplatformed off Facebook, off YouTube. So, seems like he might have a bit of a vendetta, but here's the interesting thing.
Well, even reliant on YouTube as the of the British Muslim community.
Conditions, and if you persistently break those terms and conditions by against you and banned you.
I'm just trying to find where he talks.
They have their policies and procedures, which also it.
Sorry, I should have already.
Person's notoriety if he's denied access to these.
Is it up here? Maybe I should have got this already, shouldn't I?
I have confirmed. Well, yeah, the variety of people, and there's no denying the influence of social media.
Don't know about that. I'll give you there's no denying, but I don't know about the vast majority of people. But certainly, it's important.
Because I've yet to see any evidence that he was.
That's Sargon of Akkad. Now here he is.
Of the Quran. Yet to see any evidence that he was one of the
standards such as dehumanizing language and call for violence against people because of their faith.
I'm very skeptical about this because I've yet to see any evidence that he was. One of the claims was that he'd he'd said to people that they should behead the followers of the Quran, and I followed Tommy on these platforms, and I never saw anything like that. So I'd like to see the proof that this was the case, because honestly, this feels like, well, honestly, an activist hit job by putting.
So Sargon even has said himself that he follows Tommy on those platforms, and even Sargon hasn't seen that. I haven't seen it. Nobody's seen it that we know of. But this is the really interesting thing. The radio presenter is about to ask the guy who actually got Tommy Robinson banned from Facebook and from Instagram, and listen to his response.
Pressure on these social media platforms and using the sort of media influence that they have to drum up bad PR for these platforms and put pressure on them.
Let's see if Mr. Shafiq, can you actually provide any hard and concrete...
Mr. Shafiq is the person that got him banned, by the way.
...concrete evidence?
Well, I mean, all the evidence is there for people to... Well, Nick Ferrari, you need to send your researchers onto it. You send your researchers
respectfully,
onto
sir,
it.
you sat down.
Get that. That was the thing that was like, holy shit. This is the guy that supposedly got Tommy Robinson banned from Facebook, right? Now, this is what he supposedly said. And when he was being asked by the presenter, have you got any proof or anything that would actually to back this statement up, right? You're making claims that Tommy Robinson was asking for beheading people that follow the Quran. Where is the proof? This guy, Sharif, or whatever his name is, starts stuttering like a 4-year-old and then turns around and literally says, you need to get your researchers onto that. Excuse me, weren't you the person that has gone through and got Tommy Robinson banned? Would you not already have this information? Wouldn't you already have the frigging proof? If I had a meeting with Facebook and Instagram and got someone banned, and someone turned around and said to me, why did you get them banned? I would be able to tell them exactly my reason for it. I wouldn't sit there stuttering like a 4-year-old going, well, you need to get your researchers in on this. Listen to it again. I'm going to rewind it. Listen to this again.
Ferrari, you need...
Mr. Shafiq, can you actually provide any hard and concrete evidence?
Well, I mean, all the evidence is there for people to...
Even the presenter is saying you can't.
Well, Nick Ferrari, you need to send your researchers onto it. You send your researchers
respectfully,
onto
sir,
it.
you sat down with
You send your researchers onto it. I mean, I know you've got a habit of, trying to cover this up, but the reality is...
Why would I be trying to cover it up? Mr. Shafiq,
well, it's your dismissive...
Mr. Shafiq, why would I be trying some of the...
Debate. This is about
Shafiq, could you just...
hateful speech, wherever it comes
Mr.
from.
Shafiq.
And that's what these social media companies do.
Yes,
and
Mr.
the name
Shafiq.
is Mohammed.
All right, Mr. Shafiq, could you provide some examples?
Well, for example, there was a statement that he made about where he got a video together walking through Muslim areas, and he called every single Muslim our enemy combatant.
But he didn't. And this is something that actually Sargon challenges him on it. He didn't actually say that at all. And he actually changes his story later on. Okay, so now, first of all, it was his calling every Muslim a combatant, right? And then it changed.
Who wants to cause ill and harm and kill other human beings in this country.
Mr. Benjamin, you can't possibly defend something such as that.
Well, I'm sorry, I know the clip that he's talking about. This was from a Rebel Media video, and this was about 16 seconds of footage that was clipped out to extract the
It doesn't matter if
content
it's
of what he
16 or
said.
6. You can't have that sort of material. You put that in the newspaper and put it on LBC.
Well, the thing is, you've mischaracterized what he said. He wasn't talking about Muslims. He was talking about jihadis.
Right. How did he know? Right. How did he know they were jihadis?
Well, he was specifically talking about...
But if he's walking through East London, how...
So, I don't know what clip they're actually talking about specifically there. I think I know the clip, and if that's the case, The clip that I think it is where Tommy Robinson was pointing out about these guys who were a member of this grooming gang who were living next door to a school. That was my understanding, was that they were actually talking about that. And he actually makes references later on in the video, we'll keep going with this for a little bit, where he actually goes through and he says about pointing out Muslims living in houses. That is what I'm thinking about. The people that he is pointing out were people that were jihadis, that were, I believe, accused of being a member of this grooming gang. And, you know, he's trying to make it out that Tommy Robinson's just walking down the street and going, oh, you're a Muslim and blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what he said. He's literally found these jihadis, as far as I know, if this is the clip I'm thinking of. I'd love to see the clip. But he's literally talking about jihadis that were accused of being pedophiles living next to a school. That, to me, would be something that I would need to know being a parent. But, well, like I say, it depends on which clip he's talking about. He doesn't provide any evidence. He doesn't provide any proof or anything like that. And then when asked about it, he stumbles and stutters and whatnot. And then says to the radio presenter that, no, this is something that you need to get your... And then after that, he makes some vague conception about Tommy Robinson walking down the street, pointing out Muslims and claiming that they're all terrorists. Well, listen to what he says after that.
Does he know that? How does he know that that Muslim is a jihadi? He doesn't know, does he?
He wasn't making blanket statements about Muslims.
Oh, he wasn't. Well, let's bring Mr. Shafiq. Apparently, he wasn't making blanket statements. How do you respond to that?
Well, Nick, I asked people to watch the video. He walks down a street where there were many Muslims living. He points at the houses and says that these are enemy combatants living in these houses.
Now, Mr. Benjamin, that's...
So that's what I think. What I'm thinking he's talking about there is the houses that Tommy Robinson was pointing out, going on about these guys being a member of this grooming gang, being these jihadis, and that they were living right next to a school. That is my understanding of what the clip they are talking about. Like I said, there's no real proof. Even in this article here, there's no real evidence that is actually provided in this. The whole thing is an opinion piece claiming that he's been banned, but without citing one single bit of evidence to prove that he actually did anything wrong. But anyway, so like I say, yeah, as for that clip, I think I know what the clip he's talking about. And that was where Tommy Robinson was pointing out jihadis who are members of a grooming gang, I believe, from my understanding, are accused of being members of the grooming gang. And he was pointing out the houses, saying about how they were living right next to school children. That's my understanding. But anyway. Guys, I will put a link to Sargon's video in the description below. I also will put a link also to Tommy Robinson's panorama video as well. So you can check those out in your spare time. But let's keep going. Now, Robinson's official Facebook page and Instagram profile will be deleted, and any future presence of the site will be preemptively barred. It will place Robinson in the same category as other band personalities such as McGuinness, the Proud Boys founder, and the InfoWars founder Alex Jones, meaning that others who allow him access to the site through their own pages or profiles could face disciplinary action as well. Yeah, that's actually a really good point that Ryan's bringing up there. If Tommy Robinson had actually been, has been accused of inciting violence, for example. Say Tommy Robinson had done it. Say Tommy Robinson had gone through and asked people to go and behead these people, for example. Then the police would have arrested him. And that's something that actually, that Tommy Robinson actually talks about, and we will get to that video in a sec. They didn't. And especially over in the UK at the moment, the police have no problems arresting Tommy Robinson. So why is it that he supposedly said all these things, but the police department hasn't arrested him? But, you know. Right. So Facebook added, our public community standards state this sort of speech is not acceptable on Facebook, and when we become aware of it, we remove it as quickly as we can. Our rules also make clear that individuals and organizations that engaged in organized hate are not allowed on the platform, and that praise or support of these figures and groups so banned. This is truly regardless of the ideology they espouse. Bullshit. But moving along. The time between Facebook announcing the deletion and taking the effect of 24 minutes later, Robinson posted a new video to his Instagram account accusing the company of working together with the media to censor him right before they censored him. Funny that, isn't it? If this isn't evidence that you need, headlines now from The Guardian. The Guardian before, I've been told, so they're all working together with the media. They have deleted me from Facebook, and apparently I'm being deleted from Instagram. I can still make this video at the moment, but I'm being deleted. He appealed to his supporters, following him to his personal website, saying we have to fight this censorship. That website will also be in the description below, so please feel free to go to that. That'll be in the comments when I upload the video. The founder of the EDL, really? Something that he did 20 odd years ago, mind you, but anyway, thrives on media attention that has been offered to find himself in opposition to mainstream news outlets. Like, it's not like the mainstream media has a hit job or anything on him. Oh wait, Paranoia! But anyway, portraying himself as the victim of a smear campaign trying to keep his views off mainstream outlets while they try and keep him off mainstream outlets. You do get the irony here. They're literally saying, he's claiming that we're trying to keep him away from mainstream media. Will you have him on this show? Oh, God, no. We won't have him on there. So you are keeping him away from mainstream outlets. Right? That kind of makes no sense. But anyway. He has proved to be an effective tactic with his social media video on supposed mainstream bias often reaching more viewers than the original news broadcasters. Tom Watson, the Shadow Secretary of State for Digital Culture, Media and Sport, said, I welcome Facebook's decision to remove Tommy Robinson's page under their organised hate policy. But for far too long, this violent thug's hate-spewing anti-Islamic tirades were given a platform by Facebook. Today's decision comes far too late. The public interest is an end to leisure-fairish regulation so that we can create a place where we can reasonably debate and take place without trolls, extremists and racist thugs seeking to damage the undermined society. Yeah, they don't want to debate. They don't want to talk. They don't want to discuss. They just want to shut people down. That's all they want. That was an independent social media regulator with teeth. In other words, we want to regulate the internet. Yay! Because, you know, the EU are trying to do that already. They're literally advocating for the freaking censorship of the internet. Fuck me drunk. Mainstream outlets have struggled to deal with Robinson. When he was interviewed on Sky News later this year, last year, Robinson responded by uploading an unedited video of the discussion, which became an online success and was shared far more widely than the original interview. Why did he have to share the original interview? Why did he have to share an unedited video of it? Why is it that he, for example, has had to video where it's unedited and all of a sudden people seemingly are more attracted to that than the the video that you guys put out? Maybe the video from Sky News might have been edited to make him look bad, right? Maybe the mainstream media was trying to do a hit job on Tommy Robinson, which is ironic because up here you're going on about how he turns around and thrives on the media attention, often to find himself in opposition to mainstream news outlets. Well, I wonder why he's... Gee! Holy shit! Oh my freaking god! god, people. He thrives on the attention from mainstream media being opposed to him. We're not really, but mind you, here's a case from Sky News where we went through and we were against him and we tried to do a head job on him. You're literally contradicting yourself in the frigging same paragraphs. Oh, God, they're stupid. Robinson adopted a similar tactic with the BBC's Panorama, which is investigating the far-right activists. You mean the hit job, right? And I haven't even got around to watching that yet. I've heard it's pretty good, but yeah. I did download the video in case his YouTube channel suddenly disappeared. So yeah, 2 weeks ago, Robinson agreed to be on an interview by only to turn the tables on the reporter John Sweetie by revealing he had set an associated undercover to film the BBC reporter. Oh, really? And what did that undercover reporter discover regarding John Sweetie and the BBC? Because from what I've heard, and I haven't seen it, I'm going by what I've heard, at the end of the day, it was John Sweetie, reportedly, from what I've heard, trying to get this undercover girl, or this undercover reporter, to make false accusations against Tommy Robinson so they can get him arrested. There's something, like I said, haven't seen the video yet myself. I'm about to go and watch it after all this. But that's what I've heard was something along those lines. Holy shit! The BBC is literally falsifying, if this is correct, falsifying evidence to try and get a man arrested and thrown in jail. But don't worry, he apparently thrives on media attention, often to find himself in opposition to mainstream media outlets. I wonder why. Holy shit. Why does Sweeney still have a job? But anyway. He then played Sweetie a series of secretly recorded clips in which the BBC journalist appears to say that the white working class people rarely appeared on news site. Those awkward interactions were packed by Robinson's team for distribution on Facebook, where they have attracted millions of views, circumventing the activist hold and protest. Circumventing in the activist holding and protest outside the BBC office last Sunday. So basically, yeah, he had a rally on Saturday that was held right outside BBC. From my understanding, it was a pretty good turnout. Thousands of people there. It's ironic that this would happen literally a few days later, but don't worry, it has absolutely nothing to do with him, right? They banned him because of hate speech or something. Mind you, we still haven't seen any proof of it, but just take our word for it, alright? Several other accounts were removed on Tuesday, including one belonging to former Breitbart London editor Roseem Kempsey, prompting accusations of censorship by Donald Trump Jr., the son of the US president. Facebook said Kempsey's deletion was a mistake and quickly reinstated his profile. Yeah, people in the chat, who thinks it was a mistake? Probably not. No, I don't think it was either, to be honest. Yeah. Let me know in the chat. Do you think it might be a mistake, or do you think that maybe they deleted this other account as well because he had links to Tommy Robinson, because he went through and said similar things to Tommy Robinson? Yeah, so like I said, because he was going through and saying similar things to Tommy Robinson, because he was friends with Tommy Robinson, he probably hosted a few of his videos, whatever it may be. They thought they'd get rid of both of them. And all of a sudden, the US president's son tweets out about this deletion. And all of a sudden, oh, wait, it was a mistake. Let's go through his comments because I haven't been reading them out very well. By the way, this Sharif is allegedly, according to Tommy Robinson, is extreme. Some would say. He does talk about that in the video. We'll play that in a sec, guys. If he did something wrong, they would arrest him. That's what we were saying. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, I totally agree. The tactic is half worked. Now we're talking about the censorship rather than the BBC corruption. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. But don't worry, we're going to talk about that the next day or two. So yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Swee is apparently now boasting that the BBC will not get rid of him. I wonder why. What does he have on them? What a despicable media outlet they are. Funny you should say that because Tommy Robinson has actually talked about that, and we will talk about that in a sec. Right, so that's the end of the article for that, right? Obviously, since then, Amazon has removed Tommy Robinson's book on Islam for sale. That's literally happened 4 hours ago. The online retail giant Amazon has removed copies of Lennox's Tommy Robinson's co-author book, Muhammad's Quran. The book, first published in 2017, was available to purchase on February 25th, 2018. But following Facebook's decision to ban the far-right provocateur from its platform and Instagram yesterday, the book is no longer available. You can literally buy the Quran, but you can't buy Tommy Robinson's book. That is frigging insane. Sorry, not the Quran. Sorry, Mein Kampf. You can literally buy Hitler's Mein Kampf from Amazon, but you can't buy Tommy Robinson. That is apparently, according to them, the Mein Kampf is okay, but Tommy Robinson is not. Apparently, according to Amazon, that is their argument. Like, work that one out. But anyway, obviously, I watched the documentary Paramama for free. Tommy Robinson's actually uploaded it to his YouTube account. I will put a link in the description below for that. Tommy Robinson has also gone through and has also posted a video regarding the censorship. It is climbing very fast with regards to the views. It's had 63,000 when literally before this stream it had like 50. It was only done a few hours ago, 2 hours ago. But yeah, let's play some of this.
Check now to see if it's live, Ash. Share, people. Bob, in the first 3 months of my formation for the English defence...
Just waiting to get to the good stuff. Yeah, it looks like my internet's not going to handle it.
Media. From my YouTube. I'd also give them... My message would be simple. In the first 3 months of my formation for the English Defence League, I was arrested, my homes were raided 3 times. You thought that would stop us. It didn't. You then imprisoned me on bogus charges after holding my wife as ransom against me in a bogus mortgage fraud charge.
The mortgage fraud charge, from my understanding that they're talking about there, was he co-signed some mortgage for his brother or cousin or something, and some of the details were not 100% accurate. They've literally had to go through and dig up some mortgage that he co-signed from his frigging family members or something, and that is all they could get him on. But anyway.
You thought putting me in prison and locking me in a room and having me beaten near to death by Muslim prisoners would stop me. It didn't. You thought deleting us from Twitter produced a has ever Instagram tr.news contact with you. If you're aware,
so his website, guys, is tr.news. Like I said, I will put a link in the description below. So obviously go and check that out after this video.
Islamist radical groups with Mohammed Shafiq, a man who called for the murder of Majid Nawaz.
So that's important. Let's play that again.
With Mohammed Shafiq, a man who called for the murder of Majid Nawaz. Because
now, according to Tommy Robinson, this guy, this person that has got Tommy Robinson banned off Facebook and Instagram, has allegedly claimed or allegedly called for the murder of somebody else. Now, he does talk about why, and we'll play that for a sec.
Because of his blasphemy committed.
For his blasphemy. Now, I'm going to check that out because I'd want to double check that while it keeps going.
Against Mohammed, Facebook sit down and take instructions. The government work with these radicals. All of them work hand in hand. Their agenda is the replacement of you. Each one of you. Of us. Of our culture and our communities. The influx of open door migration from the Middle East. The replacement that's happening across the world of Western civilization with barbarians. And we're supposed to keep quiet. And you can now see the lengths they will go to silence us all. They're not just censoring me, they're censoring you. They're censoring you from having the ability to make your own mind up, whether you agree with me or not, whether you agree with Jeremy Corbyn or not, whether you agree with any of these ideas. You have to be able to hear the ideas and hear the counter arguments. What they've done is completely delete my ability off those platforms. The lies, that's what they are, the lies that Facebook are putting out. The lies that are being run across this world by the media, that I have instigated murder and violence against Muslims.
Which, by the way, we still have no proof of. There is still no proof in that whole article that Tommy Robinson has done any of that. But apparently now we don't need proof. So work that out.
Every one of you who follow me know that's a lie. What they have done is exposed themselves. They've shown the power they have and the cooperation between big tech companies and the establishment. I'm currently in talks with others who have been censored and looking at the possibility of a mass march against the big tech giants. That's what we're currently looking at. But what do I need to do? I need to build my own platform. I knew that anyway. I need to build my own app. I knew that anyway. We all need somewhere we can go. Will this stop people wanting to listen to Tommy Robinson? The biggest platform, political platform in Britain was my Facebook page.
That in itself is really kind of funny. The biggest political platform was Tommy Robinson. Holy shit.
Engaged, above Theresa May, above Jeremy Corbyn, above the Labour Party, above the Conservative Party. That doesn't change. Those people that followed me, that listened to me, that engaged with me, are still there. They're still in our country. You can attempt your indoctrination like you will through the education system, through your hate groups like Hope Not Hate. You can attempt to indoctrinate the next generation of youth in this country. But all you will sense or all you will get is rebellion against that. Now, anyone who wants to continue this, I knew this was coming. You knew this was coming. We all knew this.
All right. So I can't find the article, but what was the guy's name?
Influx of open door migration. a man who called for the murder of Majid Nawaz because of his...
I wouldn't even know how to spell that, actually, to be honest.
Now, that Facebook sat down with Islamist radical groups, with Mohammed Shafiq, a man who called for the murder of Majid Nawaz.
There it is. Cool. Thank you, subtitles. And I am searching for this now, guys. Just give me a sec, because I want to check this out. So apparently these two guys have built bridges over the Prophet cartoon controversy. So Mohammed Shafiq and Majid Nawaz have been at loggerheads over Nawaz tweeting a controversial cartoon depicting the Prophet Muhammad and the Prophet Isa, might be mispronouncing that. Issued a formal complaint to the Liberal Democrats about Nawaz and back petition signed over. Blah, blah, blah. Both members of the Liberal Democrats Party. Seems like there was definitely some past history there of these two guys. So I would say it's most likely true. From what I can say from 5 minutes of research, it looks like death threats. Here we go. So apparently there were threats. According to guce.oath.com. I'm going to put that on the screen just so you guys can see it too. Funny, I can't bring up the article. Oh, isn't that ironic, eh? It's there. It's hidden behind a paywall. Isn't that weird? The article's there because you can see it. It's sort of phased. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I would say, yeah, I would say that it, by the 5 seconds of research I've done, it looks like he was actually telling the truth when he says about that. According to Tommy Robinson, Shafiq had a man who called for the murder of Majid Nawaz because of his blasphemy. It seems to have been linked. Here it is here. Georgia and Muslim activists round on Liberal Democrat Majid Nawaz. Think tank curator Tommy Robinson's departure from the ADL has received cruel death threats after tweeting a cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad. British campaigners have now told HuffPost UK they fear a spill in the community over Majid Nawaz's foundation endorsement of the XEDL. The row has spilled over last week when Nawaz, I might be pronouncing, tweeted a cartoon of Jesus and Mo series with the caption, "It's not offensive and I'm sure God is greater than to threaten by it." Nawaz, a former member of the radical Hijab who became an anti-extremist activist and a Liberal Democrat Party candidate for that. The cartoon was the same one that was worn on the T-shirts by the LSE. Shafiq said that he intended to complain to the Liberal Democrats office about the offensive tweet, but Najat said Sawif had become dangerous and risked stirring up potential deadly hatred. telling AMA credible death threats originating from Pakistan. Hundreds and thousands of tweets have been sent during the fort enclosure of Nawab. So it looks like, look, there's definitely some bad blood there. Yeah, according to this, Nawab, I'm mispronouncing that name, no longer believes that. He's had a change of heart. So, yeah, look, at the end of the day, yeah, look, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But look, obviously here we're talking about Tommy, so yeah. But I do know what you're saying. It is a worry. It is a concern when people have a sudden change of heart. But you know, we're mostly talking about these two having a bit of a feud over the cartoon. So yeah. But look, at the end of the day, guys. Look, obviously this is all coinciding with Tommy Robinson holding that huge rally on the Saturday. It's also coinciding with him. No, we spy on him. Okay. But yeah, like I say, it's all coinciding with Tommy Robinson holding this huge rally. Tommy Robinson basically going through and blasting the BBC. Tim Sweetie. It actually is something that Tommy Robinson actually talks about here. Let me see if I can find it. He actually has a theory as to why Sweetie is not being fired.
I'll give another date later. Then we're going for a free speech rally as well. There's going to be in Antwerp with Philip de Winter. Good night. Believe what they tell you. That is it. Which is fake.
It's not that.
The mainstream are ignoring.
Just trying to find where he talks about.
You will find the panel.
This is something that Tommy actually brings up here. Yeah, just waiting for it to load. Yeah.
Would have arrested me? If you don't speak now, you are complicit. I saw people have to speak now.
Sorry about the internet, guys.
Everyone knows I've not incited any violence against Muslims. If I would have incited violence against Muslims, do you not think the British police would have arrested me?
So that's a good point. And that's my point too. And this is what I think it was Ryan was saying in chat. At the end of the day, if Tommy Robinson had incited violence against anybody that like they're claiming, which, by the way, we still haven't seen any proof of, then wouldn't the police be arresting him right now? They have tried to arrest him for bogus mortgage fraud or whatever it was. You don't think they would have arrested him for inciting violence? Of course they would have. I'll just try and find. He also has a theory about. Yeah, I can't find it. He talks about the he reckons that Sweetie, and this is what Tony Robinson says. He reckons that Sweetie actually has dirt on the BBC, and that's why they can't fire him. Because when they tried to fire him in the past, Tommy Robinson's saying that he used it to keep his job, and they're scared of him. But I can't find that article.
Work in progress.
I can't find that part anyway. But guys, yeah, this is basically where we're going to leave it today. Look, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Tommy Robinson? Personally, I think he did nothing wrong. I think the reason why they banned him from Facebook and Instagram was because of this BBC drama. If you have not seen the movie, I think it's called Paramama, be a link in the description below. That'll be up in about 5 or 10 minutes after we finish up. So go and check that out. I'm about to go and watch it now. I've heard it is really, really good. So check it out. Apart from that, guys, obviously, if you do want to support Tommy Robinson, please do go to www.tr.com. I have signed up to it myself, and then at the end of the day, obviously, we will keep you up to date on Tommy Robinson and how he's going over in the UK front, so to speak. But yeah, I have a great lot of admiration for what Tommy has done, and at the end of the day, I think he is being victimized here, and it would be interesting too, because if this Muhammad, whatever his name is, Muhammad Sharif, if he has actually gone through and actually incited violence in the past, should he not be banned from Facebook and Instagram as well? They said in their article that at the end of the day, they do it regardless of ideology. So maybe someone should let Facebook and Instagram know that the Muhammad Sharif, whatever his name is, has literally gone through and incited violence. That's alright, Greg. It'll be up on demand in about 5-10 minutes, mate. So, no rush. Also, Greg, I'm still going to do my video in the morning too, so you're going to get a double dose today. This is just to recap what's happening with Tommy Robinson, because it's not a lot of other people are talking about it. So, I want to sort of share some light on it. So, yeah. But it'll be up on demand soon, buddy. Don't worry. But guys, yeah, apart from that, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Tommy Robinson? Do you think at the end of the day that he is literally being victimized? Or do you think they had a point? I really don't see it. I really don't. I'd love to see the proof. And this is something that Carl Benjamin or Sargon actually says. And literally you hear the guy talk about it. I think it was around here. Just listen to this one more time. No, it's not going to work because my internet shit. But yeah, the guy literally sounds like a stuttering 4-year-old. Yeah. And then he turns around and says, "Oh, well, you have researchers. You get them onto it." Well, dude, you're the one that reported it. So that to me is really concerning when someone supposedly has got someone banned.
Well, let me explain, Mr. Shafiq. I will come back to you. I want to bring into the conversation Carl Benjamin, who's a YouTuber.
About this, because I've yet to see any evidence that he was. One of the claims was that he'd said to people.
You let me know if this guy sounds like he is on the level.
That they should behead the followers of the Quran, and I follow Tommy on these platforms, and I never saw anything like that. So I'd like to see the proof that this was the case, because honestly, this feels like, well, honestly, an activist hit job by putting pressure on these social media platforms and using the sort of media influence that they have to drum up bad PR for these platforms and put pressure on them.
Let's see if Mr. Shafiq, can you actually provide any hard and concrete evidence?
Well, I mean, all the evidence is there for people to... Well, Nick Ferrari, you need to send your researchers onto it. You send your researchers onto it.
Literally, that sentence there told me everything that I needed to know. Because according to this guy, when asked for proof, his response was, you need to get your researchers onto it. To me, that says he doesn't have shit. He doesn't have proof, and at the end of the day, he doesn't want to say that because he realizes it's going to make him look bad. That's my opinion on it. But Sargon was great. Yeah, Greg, I have a bit of a problem with Sargon at the moment. Lately, I really want to see what Tommy Robinson and Sargon are going to do. And this is one thing, all right, before we wrap up, the last thing I want to say. I really wish that Sargon, with his 800,000 viewers, or subs, mind you, actually would freaking get off his ass and do something. I know he doesn't want to do anything. I know he doesn't want to sit there and he doesn't want to do anything about this. And he wants to sit around and play games. And he doesn't want to, you know, literally get into all this political activism and all that sort of stuff. But Sargon, dude, the thing is that you might want to do that. But at the end of the day, you've got the megaphone. You have 800, almost 1 million subscribers. And I tell you, if I see one more bloody peace rally or freedom rally where you're not advertising things like Gab, I'm going to lose my shit. I really, really am. Because that was annoying to me. The fact that they had this freedom rally and they did not once turn around and advertise freedom of speech platforms or other YouTubers who are pro freedom of speech on the frigging backboard. That really bugged me. It really, really did. But I've made a video about that already. So I want to see what Sargon's going to do. I want to see what Tommy Robinson's going to do. I want to see what the rest of alternative media is going to do. Because to me, that is going to sort the creme from the crop. And at the end of the day, if you sit here and you go on about freedom of speech, but you're not ready to stand up and to make your voice heard on this subject, then sit the F down and go and play some games. Let us do it. Because, I'll tell you what, oh my God, I tell you, I wish I had 800,000 subs. I wish I had 1 million subs. Because I sure as shit wouldn't be letting it go to waste. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Greg, I think you were actually a member of the channel when I've actually talked about this. You know, like, put Gab up on advertising on the huge, great big screen they had. Put up, you know, all these free speech platforms like Minds or whatever it may be. Advertise other YouTubers, for example, who are pro-freedom of speech. Do something rather than just standing there peeing in the wind, going on about me freedom of speech rights. Do something, for the love of God. But anyway, just before we go, Nawab was a terrorist recruiter for his group against the US. He admitted in talks in the Oxford Uni. Sharif is a joke. Yeah, well, there. Good point. Yeah. I know Nawab has since changed his stance on that sort of stuff, according to what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But yeah, anyway. But like, guys, I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Click that bell. Also, guys, this video will not be pushed by YouTube because topics. So please feel free to share it every you possibly can. Throw it up on Reddit, throw it up on Facebook, throw it up on Twitter, throw it up on Gab, throw it up everywhere, Reddit, wherever you've got. And, you know, hopefully, look, we can raise a little bit of awareness about this. Because I have not seen a lot of people talk about it. So we'll just have to see what happens, I suppose. Apart from that, guys, obviously I will be doing a live stream later today. So in about 7 hours. So I will see Greg and the rest of you guys that are there for that. Apart from that, guys, have a good night. Good luck, Tommy. If you do see this video for some weird reason, good luck, mate. We are supporting you. And guys, go and sign up to his website because he's going to be keeping in touch with everybody through there. But this Sadiq guy is Sharif. Let me go through, and he is now trying to get him banned from YouTube because me feelings, I suppose. He actually literally said that he's having a meeting with YouTube and I can't find it. YouTube and someone else. Yeah, I can't find it. YouTube and someone else, he was saying. And he's going to try and get him, Tommy Robinson, banned from YouTube. God, it's ridiculous. But guys, thank you once again for tuning in. Remember to share the video. And apart from that, guys, like I say, Tommy, if you see this, mate, we're supporting you. And let me know how you get on. Hell, Tommy, if you want to come on the show, man, I'll gladly have you on. Apart from that, guys, enjoy. Good luck. Have a great night. And I will see you guys in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night. And